Some mercenary came out of nowhere and stabbed her in the back. She stumbled back here mumbling something about how they weren't going to ruin her view. The view is pretty good. You can't hide forever! I'm coming for you!
Yeah? Alright. Oh, well, where is he then? 205 meters that away. That's not too bad. Sorry for the loud truck, but hello everybody. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think that might be a dump truck. Man, it's been, oh god, so long since I've had to hear a dump truck here. Because, you know, they do pickups on days where I'm not usually at home, but, you know, enjoying my vacation, my little holiday, my little break. And, forgot that, you know, not dump truck, but forgot that, you know, garbage trucks were a thing. So didn't think about when that one would be showing up, so. Shouldn't be too loud on the microphone, though, if you can even hear it. If you can't hear it, I sound crazy. But yeah, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. As you can see, picking up where we left off. So for the wolf quest that I picked up off the message board, as you can see, I only got the 2 quest markers in Macedonia right now. I went and I killed the rest of the wolves. And then she said something about it sending a message to the Huntsman. And then I killed the other 3 mercenaries. There was nothing special about them. They were just random mercenaries that got tagged for the quest.
This one's for you, lady.
And, yeah. And obviously we did that. Was that everything? Oh, and I did go and I found the clue for the other ancient. Now the weird thing is it says here, hunt other ancients from the same branch, which I did. There is only one more there. But they've both given me nothing. And none of them have given me clues for him. So, I'm not 100% sure how long this DLC is, because I still haven't. You know what? I'm going to do a quick search here. Once again, hopefully the truck isn't going to be too loud. Like, obviously my setup isn't in a soundproof room or anything. In fact, the only soundproofing I have is a pillow and a blanket over top of my microphone. Okay, so it says that the main story for it is about 4 hours. Main and extra is 7 and completionist is 12. So completionist doesn't really mean a lot for videos because there's a lot of stuff I do off camera. Main and extras, I don't know 100% what that means. There it is. Because, like, I don't know what they consider extras. Like, is main and extras just side quests, or is it, like, I don't know what else it could include in there. So I'm going to go with about 6 hours long, probably. Because obviously, I'm assuming side quests are in there, but I don't know if there's more in there for extras.
Stubborn old man. He left to look for the Huntsman on his own. What's he thinking? He keeps saying, I work alone. But if he keeps this up, he'll die alone too. He needs my help. Our help.
Fathers always think they know best.
You've seen his scars. They come faster as he gets older. We've got to help him look for the Huntsman.
I also love how he's standing right behind the guy as this
Father is
conversation
following
goes
up
on.
His leads, but I have leads of my own. The Huntsman has lieutenants doing his will while he remains hidden. We have to find them and get them to reveal his whereabouts.
Point my spear in the right direction, and I'll make them squeal.
One of the Huntsman's lieutenants is a recruiter. He rallies locals to his death squad to hunt you down. You should know. I shared this lead with my father. I also have a contact who was supposed to spy on the Order activity, but she was last seen in the wetlands.
I'll look for her there.
Lastly, people are falling violently ill in Potadea village. I suspect the Order.
3 leads.
Your contact in the wetlands.
Any idea what happened to her?
I sent her to spy on an Order lieutenant there. He commands the local Spartan troops in the area. I fear what he might have done to her. We need to save her and see if we can get more information on the Huntsman.
I need to know more about the situation in the village.
The locals are very ill, and the Order must be behind it. The magistrate is taking charge of the situation, but I'm doubtful of his intentions.
You told Darius about an Order recruiter. Where can I find your father? He might have learned something new.
The recruiter has been holding meetings around the farms in Macedonia. There's one near the hideout.
I'll investigate these leads so that we can find the Huntsman here in Natakas. There's the...
That's...
See you at Potedea. I have to investigate something there.
Okay. But we got 3 clues, which only revealed one ancient. Recruiting farms in Macedonia. All right. But we only have 2 ancients left, which is weird. All right. So we got... Okay. So that's... Okay. So find and talk to Darius and the farm. Okay. So if he's on his way there, we'll go rescue his contact first. And then go meet up with him. Although we could just talk to Darius right here, I guess, since he's here. I have a feeling he's not supposed to be there. Right? Like, he's probably supposed to be somewhere else. Because that whole conversation, and every time it cut to... why can I never remember his son's name? It's because he's got one of those weird names that, you know, you don't hear nowadays. Whereas Darius is a name that you could actually hear on the street nowadays. You know, whenever it would cut to his son, Darius would just be standing behind him at the fire.
I'm found when I want to be.
Nataka says you found something. Could it lead to the Huntsman?
The Order has been making plans. You want the Huntsman? Then stick around and help me stop them.
I'm listening.
One of the Huntsman's lieutenants is in charge of recruitment for the Order in Macedonia.
So we locate him and we'll have a lead.
Look for any notes, messages, ledgers. They will tell us where the next meeting is. And do it quietly.
I'll do my best not to be seen.
Good.
And you?
I'll go down to the village and find out when the meeting is taking place.
When I'm done at the fort, I'll meet you there. Finding information on the Huntsman. How hard could this be?
Alright, so I guess... Because it's the fort right there. It is. Oh man, that fucking teleported me quite a ways. I guess, yeah, we'll do this one first then. Holy hell. That was a hell of a teleport. Yeah, I will call Icarus when my other fucking clues are closer. Come on, just get up the mountain. There you go. So this is the fucking... Oh, this is the fortress where I got the clue for the ancient that I hunted down. Okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Found it.
I got that one there, and then the last one must be in
There
here.
it is.
All right. Oh, somebody is holding one.
Darius said to keep this quiet.
Yeah, he did. You didn't say to keep it non-lethal, though, so that's always good. Okay, so we got that guy there. I need a little bit taller grass to hide in. Still not tall enough. Well, that got his attention, but it didn't, there we go. But it did not bring him over. I see another guy right there. Oh, he's going that way. All right, interesting. Well, it looks like I'm clear to enter this building. Hopefully, there's no one in here.
Meet me tonight beneath our favorite tree. I need you. Steamy.
Yeah. That guy's going that way, all by his lonesome. The reason I pinged in there, by the way, is because it does mark enemies that are close enough. And I do have that maxed out as well, which is... it's been more useful than you would think. Because, you know, obviously Icaros does do a very good job at marking people, but, you know...
The goats shall bleed, and the moths will draw to the flame. The snake will be reborn, new fangs, new skin, new life. Maybe Darius will know what this means.
Mm-hmm. The snake will be reborn. Interesting. No, come on, Kassandra. No, come on. To the... No, alright. Oh my, they have a lot of fucking prisoners in here, don't they? There we go. I should be able to get over to there. Perfect. Man, haven't been seen yet. Only one guard dead, which had to die. I guess technically I could have knocked him out, but eh. Had to die. Okay. Yeah, see, got another couple marked there, but thankfully they're out of the way. Send out another ping just in case. And then worry about where the fuck the door to this place is. So I can get in there. And we're good.
Food shipment delivered. Village cook has verified contents. Ordinary receipt. Not helpful. That should be everything. Time to meet Darius.
Oh god, stupid barricades. What good are those barricades right there? Like, really? Alright. That was probably, like, the most stealthy I've been in this game. Like, I've made it through fortresses and that without being spotted before, but there was just a much higher body count in all of them. Because it's not very often that I avoid killing someone. Like, they really have to be out of my way for me to not kill them. Oh yeah, and there's a thing I wanted to talk to. So, about... Oh shit, did I talk about that last part? I don't remember. Ah, fuck. So, like, I don't think so. When the game first released, right, like, the max level was 50. I don't remember what it is now. I think it's, like, 75, but I could... Maybe it's just 70, I don't know. But point is, when game first released, it was 50, right? There are people who are bitching because I think Ubisoft is banning them for farming experience in Odyssey. And I hit 50 long before I finished the main game.
Everything went well. No one even knew I was there.
Indeed.
What do you make of those? They don't look like secret messages.
This note. New fangs, new recruits, and bleeding goats.
Killing peasants.
A goat farm, like this one. That's where the meeting will be. The Order uses goat blood in their initiation rituals.
The notes meant nothing to me. Your knowledge of the Order is helpful. What else do you know?
I know the meeting is soon. There's always a signal to draw them in.
There must be more to the note.
This part about moths to a flame.
If they use goat farms, they might have been here. We should look around for clues.
True. Where do you want to start?
Well, at a fire.
Those pyres of hay. There are soot marks at the base.
What of it?
Somebody has been burning hay here. The flames are the signal.
Which means night is the only time they can meet, because...
Moths to a flame.
That's right.
We just have to wait for the meeting to start.
There's another goat farm nearby, across the bridge.
Good. I'll meet you there at nightfall. I
like how they let you choose what to investigate. I I think that you would have to be pretty silly to choose one of the other two, or like not paying attention, right? Like if you're paying attention, it seems obvious which one's, like, to be fair, I didn't even see the soot at the bottom. It was just like, out of those three things, I mean, the hay seems like what they would burn, right? Oh, seems like a waste of hay, but you know, whatever. I mean, they're not really too worried about it. All right. Just chilling in the fucking grass.
I found a place to watch the meeting. We'll wait there.
Alright, so this guy was probably a part of the Order at some point, right? If I had to guess. Like, that's where they were going with that. You sure know a lot. I mean, he would need to avoid them, right?
The recruiter.
To the matter at hand, the eagle bearer. Your mission is simple. Bring me her head.
I'll flank them. Don't let him get away.
I don't need your help. Just...
Naka.
Wait for the meeting to end, or go in now? Where did Darius go?
Drink and consider yourself.
I mean, he's recruiting them, right? Like, they're gonna be after me if I wait for the meeting to end either way, right? So... get that one. Sorry, lady. God, that one extra chain, man, is fucking awesome.
You won't?
I mean, I wouldn't have killed them, but he was already gonna send them after me if I waited until after the meeting ended.
I expect good news about the recruitment. Report to me at the lake. The Huntsman.
A lake. Interesting.
Where were you hiding?
Closer than you'd have thought. You were never in any real danger.
Well, obviously, but I mean, that doesn't...
You left. Why?
I needed to be sure you weren't with the Order.
You still suspected me?
And you've never questioned my relationship to the Order?
It's true, I've had my suspicions. You identified the coded note immediately, and knew of the rituals and ways.
I know you're clean, and we've got our answers.
The note said that the Huntsman is near a lake.
I have other leads to follow up on, and I'm sure Natakas has more for you.
Whatever Darius is hiding, I'll find it.
Oh, new legendary set, eh? Persian Elite. And the Recruiter's Chest Guard. Alright. Okay. So we go back to our ancients here. And what do we got? We got 2 clues now. The Magi somewhere near a lake. Which obviously doesn't help us. Alright, so now we will head... oh god, there's another... again? Oh! Okay, we'll go and pick this up, because I have a feeling this is that treasure thing again, right? Because there was the one that was like, thanks, Malaka, and it's like, hey, I buried treasure for you here. So I'm going to assume that this is something similar. Did I rescue someone, though? I didn't, right? I mean, I guess I stopped them from taking over goat farms. Eagle Bearer, how dare you liberate my brother's farm from goat blood drinking fools. I, Antidus the Proud, will never be in debt to anyone, Malaka. Your altruism is driving me to the brink of poverty. You'll find treasure on the islets of Macedonia as a final thank you. Now enough, Eagle Bearer, please. I'm leaving Macedonia and I look forward to not seeing you again. I can almost guarantee you we are going to see him again in the next chapter. That setup there is is like a perfect like Ubisoft setup for this person is going to be a recurring character. Like we're just going to like every fucking DLC. Although he said the way that note read was like this was supposed to be the last part of it, whereas like as in there's going to be more. Oh god, so there's 3 islands to explore. So we'll go and we'll rescue this chick first, and then we'll go grab the treasures. And then we'll go see Natakas. Now, like I said, the side quests are obviously part of that. Oh, right. No, I'll finish my other thought first about the experience grinding. Now, it's a single player game. It's purely single player. There are no multiplayer aspects. There are no PvP aspects. There's no leaderboards, I don't think, that I'm aware of anyway. So, it's weird that Ubisoft would ban people for it. But at the same time, I don't know why people would be grinding experience. Like, I don't know how they're grinding experience. I didn't actually read the article. And I think I've been listening to the Angry Joe news every week, but I listen to it at work and I don't work this week, so I haven't listened to it. Same with like, there's a pod, like I listen to the Off Topic podcast every week too, but I didn't work this week. So, you know, next week I'm going to have 2 to listen to. And I think he has something on it too. But on the article that I saw, it showed a picture of one of the battlegrounds. So I don't know if that's the way they're farming experience. Like I said, I don't know how they're doing it. And everybody in the comments are like, haha, they're banning people because they won't buy their experience boosters. And it's like, and like I said, I wasn't like, I hit level 50, like I'm level 18. Or I'm level 18. I'm level 68. I'm 18 levels past what the max level was for the main game when it first came out, right? And like, you know, I haven't been, oh god, 18 for that long. Oh god, fucking bears. And I just started the DLC, meaning like I just finished all of the main game. And I would say with like 17-ish levels extra, maybe. Oh, I need this one. Oh. There we go. So I mean, like, I don't know why they're experience farming. And if the picture is to be believed, and they are using the battlegrounds as experience farms, there must be some way that they're doing it to keep the battlegrounds active, because like getting a battleground to show, like getting the nation weak enough for the battleground to show up takes some time, especially after, wow, that bear really fucked off. Especially like immediately after you've just done a battleground, going back and getting all the shit again is annoying, right? So like if that's what they're using to do it, they're fucking stupid in the first place, because they could very easily go explore and do other stuff and gain levels. Like I said, I got like an insane amount of experience. Like I've been over leveled technically for so long just from exploration. Like if you're going to take the time to grind experience in this game, don't just play the fucking game. Like go find the locations, go do the objectives within the random locations and that. Like it takes nothing to stay leveled or over leveled.
I have been at the mercy of those beasts. Did Natakas send you?
You must be his contact.
My son was spying on an Order member. It was his first job, but he got captured. I shouldn't have agreed to let him be involved.
It wasn't your fault. Your son made a choice, and you respected it.
He had a life ahead of him. But now...
Where did this madman take your son?
His soldiers took him downstream. They're going to finish him off, Misthios. Please, save him.
Where was your son last seen?
Down this stream, Misthios. He was dragged away by guards.
Tell me more about this madman.
I've heard things about him. The calls of beasts herald his approach.
But I've only seen his guards, and they dragged my boy away. Mistios, please, bring my boy back to me.
That looks like a pretty big fucking bee, right?
You're injured. Stay here while I find your son.
Please hurry, Mistios. They could be flaying him right now.
But yeah, that's all that I got to say on that. I mean, there's no need for experience grinding in this game. Same with like Origins. And in Origins, you can actually be over-leveled since you have to turn on shit leveling to you, right? So, I mean, like, even in this game, you don't really become over-leveled. You do become really powerful with, like, the abilities in that and the gear that you get.
Tortured in these cages.
But, like, as for, like, actually being over-leveled, that's not a thing in this one. Whereas in Origins, it was very much a thing. Like, I was severely over-leveled for a lot of that game. Which, to be fair, is exactly how I like to play games. Like, I will over-level like a motherfucker.
Tools were used on the victims. Wolves aren't to blame for this carnage.
And I mean, technically, I don't, you know, it's not that I like to play games over-leveled. It's that the way I like to play games always ends up with me being over-leveled, right?
But the blood trail leads further into the swamp.
Let me go. Somebody go.
There he is.
Okay.
It's okay. Your mother sent me. Calm down, boy.
Why is there no one around?
Don't kill me. Stay away from me.
Come back. Your mother sent me.
But yeah, so yeah, like I just don't see the point in it. There are a few games where I've played that I've grinded experience. For the most part, if you do side content in games, you don't have to grind, but there are a few, mainly like heavy Japanese RPGs you need to grind because they're very unforgiving. Oh my.
What is this?
Don't come any closer.
Don't worry. You are safe now.
Come over here. He's dangerous.
You killed them. You killed all of them.
You are a smart one, young man. You'll know no more pain here. Run along now. So this is Darius's dog. The one looking for the Huntsman.
Tell me where he is before I slice your throat.
It's always violence with you, isn't it? Just like your master. Tell me, Igobert, do you truly trust Darius?
He's honest. That's enough to earn my trust.
You should be careful who you're running with, Igobert. Do you even know his name? His true name? You think you know Darius? Xerxes thought he knew Darius.
Whatever you're up to, you won't succeed.
But I already have. You are here, aren't you? What do you think of my display?
It's the work of sick and twisted minds.
You are right. Don't you remember these faces? You killed these men. They had friends, lovers, families. Did their loved ones really deserve to die? Do they not deserve their revenge?
If I hadn't killed them, they would have killed me. Don't make me do the same to you.
Killing is the only alternative you can think of.
Don't come any closer. They stood for the wrong side. For the wrong reasons. I had no choice.
Who are you to say what's right or wrong?
Stay back! They were in the way.
So you killed them? My son! You took him away from me!
You always have a choice.
This can only end one way.
Is that right? So close. You were so close. But you just can't stop killing, can you? It's your nature. You are bloodshed. You are destruction. Till we meet again. eagle bearer.
Don't get in my way! Going to cut you!
Alright, well, you guys fucking suck. Ow, fucker.
Sleep at night. Die.
Oh. I mean, I sleep very well at night, thank you. Alright.
You can't hide forever! I'm coming for you!
Yeah, see, look at that. Hey, holy shit, they actually didn't make me kill them.
Face me!
Holy hell, that is a first. Yeah, I want to get back to my lethal arrows here, just in case.
See you!
No, you don't.
What is this?
I mean, it doesn't even look close to him. It's not the same helmet or anything.
The Huntsman awaits you in the forest. That! Ah! In the forest? Malaka! I'm coming for you, Huntsman.
All right. I mean, I've killed way more people than that.
All this bloodshed, all this life lost. I had to.
I mean, she literally had to. There was so many times that I've tried to not kill people. Like, I was fucking, like, I'm shocked that these people are still alive. Because, like, it was like, oh, kill them. And I've tried multiple times on, like, I've tried on multiple occasions to not kill people. And the game's just been like, no, you have to kill them. And I'm like, but I don't. It's like, but I don't want to. And the game's like, too bad, gotta do it. I'm like, fuck. So then I killed them. So I mean, like, that way she did it, and I mean, at the very least, she had to kill them because I made her. But yeah, it's one of those things, right? Where in real life, if this was taking place, there wouldn't be as much of a body count because A, I've probably killed more people than were probably alive at that point in time. So, I mean, like, both armies would be reduced to nothing by this point in time with how many Athenians and Spartans I've killed. And two, there would be less death required, you know? Like, I wouldn't have had to kill as many people, right? Like, because there would have been other ways to get around them that wouldn't necessarily work in a video game. And there would have been stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do because, you know, like, there's a lot of stuff like side quests, for example, where the only reason Kassandra did them is because she was there and they started there. But there was a lot of those side quests where in reality, they would have a time element that Kassandra would not have been able to, like you wouldn't just happen to be there when this thing was occurring, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, a video game trying to make you feel like you've done two more killing, it doesn't really do it, right? Like, it's hard for a video game to pull that off where it's like, oh, you're a monster because you killed all these people. It's like, I mean, in a game like this, no, like, you would need specific instances, right? Like, if I went through the main campaign there and I killed my father at the beginning and then I had to kill Stentor and then I killed Deimos and quite possibly got, like, I don't know if you would get Marini killed if you did, like, if you decided to fight Deimos or something, if she would end up dead and then you would kill Deimos. I don't know. I could see that being an ending where if, like, you really fucked up. And, like, if I did that and then those people were there, like, and, like, those were the people that he had hung from the tree, right? I could see that being like, oh, man, I really suck, don't I? But, like, the fact that he didn't have anybody recognizable there says a lot. Like, like, I don't know who any of those people were supposed to be. Like, every single civilian that I've killed has 100% been either accidental because video game, or because they were fucking idiots who attacked me. And even then, I tried more often than not to, sorry, Deimos, to not kill civilians that attacked me, right? Like, I would pull out my stun arrows, or I would use my kick for non-lethal, you know? A lot of the times they would still end up dying. Like, there has been multiple times where I have, where are we? There we go. Oh, that's not going to show me, though, is it? Nope. Oh, fuck, I was afraid of that. Oh, wait. What? Oh, the bear did attack me. Don't be a prick, bear. Fucking animals in this game, man. They are ridiculous. I think there was like a pack of wolves or some shit the last place he buried treasure to help me too. Maybe he's trying to get me killed so that I'll stop saving him. Oh, there it is right there. All right. Boop. 800 a day? Wow. I feel like it's weird that he chose to spread it out like he did, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, like, there has been video games that have managed to make me feel a little bad about killing people. But even then, a lot of the time, it's like, I didn't really have a choice in the matter, you know? Because, like, for the most part, if I don't have to kill someone in a video game, like, they really have to be a prick for me to have the choice not to kill them and still kill them. Like, they have to be a right prick for me to do that, right? So, like, for the most, like, there have been very few video games that have made me feel like, I guess they haven't even made me feel bad that I killed them. They've made me feel bad that they died, right? Where it's like, it's not that I killed them, because odds are either I don't feel bad about them being dead, or I didn't have a choice in killing them. So, I mean, oh, fucking Christ, just get it off my screen. Any bears here? No. So, I mean, I can't actually think of one where it's like, they made me feel bad about killing person X, right? Because, like I said, either I didn't have a choice in them dying, or, God, yeah, I was going to say the fucking chickens are going to attack me, aren't they? Yeah, either I didn't have a choice in them dying, or there we go. Or I don't, or I believe that they deserve to die. So, I mean, it doesn't, I don't know. Because, like, I mean, to be fair, even in, like, this game, right? Like, we had the one there where we were hunting the cultist, and she had a twin, right? Like, even when I fucked up and killed the wrong twin, I just reloaded. And then I made sure I killed the right one. And, I mean, there are very few games that will stop you from doing that. And in games that would stop you from doing that, I'm a lot more careful about it. You know, that's a lot of voices considering how many people are asleep here. So yeah, I mean, it just doesn't really work. It just doesn't work in a video game format, right? Because, yeah, like I said, either I can see it working with some people. It just doesn't work with like, it just can't work with people who are more careful, right?
Looks like the place.
Oh, and there's a person there. Interesting. Maybe we won't see that guy again after this DLC, or after this chapter. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, games can have emotional impacts. It's just, and like, the longer the game is too, like, even if they had put people up there that I killed at the beginning of the game, I mean, I may not recognize them depending on from how far back they were. I mean, all those people look pretty fucking standard. like very basic, like standard civilian in that. So I mean, odds are I wasn't supposed to recognize them. But yeah, I don't know. Bandits. See, like that right there. Technically, I didn't know they were going to attack me. But because video game, I knew they were going to attack me. 230, eh? Interesting. Do you think that's the guy who buried this here? The Hammer of Hemorrhaging, eh? Alright. So now that quest is complete. And now we'll go and do this one, which should be which will be our last quest for this video. Awesome. So yeah. Now, there was another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what the fuck it was now, because I talked about the experience grinding now. I talked about that, although that one wasn't really something I started this video with the intention of talking about. Was it microtransactions? Because I saw a thing about that in this game. I mean, I guess I could, because, like, I can't remember what the other thing was I wanted to talk about now. But yeah, I saw another article as well that was about microtransactions in Odyssey, because somebody apparently added up how much it would cost to buy every microtransaction in Odyssey. And like that article was one that annoyed me, mainly because like if you look at the microtransactions, right? Well, for one, you buy Helix credits and then you use those credits to buy the thing. But there's two things about the microtransactions that in this game that, in my opinion, make them fine. One, you know exactly what you're getting. It's not a loot box mechanic. Because, like, the only loot box mechanic in the game is if you go to the one shop, I don't remember what his name is, something of Olympos, and you use your orichalcum ore, he has a loot box thing that you can buy off of him. But that's an in-game thing that you can't buy. Like, you can't buy orichalcum ore. So, that's fine. Loot boxes are fine if you're using in-game currency. Now, granted, it takes a long time to get enough to buy even... Okay, it doesn't take too much to buy his loot box, actually. Like, I think I've only done maybe 1 or 2 quests that I've actually gotten orichalcum from a reward, and I bought 2 or 3 just from, like, pickups alone. And not searching for it. And, like, I do believe it's... Is it daily quests? I think there's daily quests and weekly quests that will get your orichalcum ore. And he has the loot box for, I think it's like 10 orichalcum ore, or he am I on the wrong side of this peninsula, by the way? I am. And he has like actual things that you can buy, which I think change daily, for a little bit more. I think there's like one that costs 20 and one that costs 30. I don't know. I imagine it depends on what it is as to how much it costs. But as for the stuff where you buy Helix credits, which cost real money, although according to something, it says that you're supposed to get some as rewards for completing certain achievements. Never gotten any Helix credits as a reward. I did get some Helix credits because I bought the deluxe edition of Odyssey. And I don't think I ever spent them. Because there was just nothing that I wanted on it, right? Well, mainly because anything that I would want one of the packs that gave you like a group of things, but I didn't get enough Helix credits to do that. So there's that. But anyway, as for that, you have 2 different things you can buy in the shop. You have armor and weapons and crew and that. You have customization stuff and you have time saver stuff, basically. Now, the customization stuff is stuff that you cannot get in the game. It is... I don't know how good it is. I imagine it's similar in strength to, like, the free bonus stuff that I got for having the deluxe edition. Which, in all honesty, is... I mean, odds are if I leveled it up, it would be pretty decent. But, like, it wasn't even, like, an armor set, right? Like, it looked fine. But overall, it was like, meh, right? And a lot of the armor sets that you can buy off of it look really good, but I doubt that they're all that useful in and of themselves. Same with the weapons, right? Like, I imagine the weapons are more useful than the armor just because, you know, like armor sets, you can sell people by the way they look. Weapons, it's a lot harder to do because there's obviously only so much you can do with the weapon. So there's that. And then you can get like different skins for Phobos. You can get different crews, different skins for your ship, stuff like that, right? All of it's optional. None of it gives you any advantage whatsoever in the game. And even if it did, single player game. So I would still be fine with it. Because as you can tell, like, I haven't bought anything with Helix credits. I'm doing just fine. Like, I may not be on the highest difficulty, but I mean, I'm still doing just fine. And then the other thing is the time savers. You get like experience boosters, you get resource packs, stuff like that. And once again, haven't bought any of those. 18 levels past the original level cap with going into the first DLC, maybe 17. So obviously didn't need the experience booster. Ship, if we go and look at it, almost like this is past fully upgraded. Like the fact that I have this extra one here is past what you could have upgraded at the beginning of the game. Oh, crew armor, eh? Interesting. I actually have enough to do that one. Do I have enough for that one too? Nope, not quite. There's a lot of wood for that. But anyway, as you can see, and if we do this one, what's the main? I mean, 216,000, that's barely a dent. That's what I'm losing, the obsidian, whatever. Boop. There you go. Now two things are leveled past what they could be at the beginning. Going into the first DLC, like I gathered enough materials, and that was barely, like I farmed a little bit right at the beginning of the game. Other than that, didn't farm it. I just had enough resources by the time I got the tablets to upgrade it.
Oh, the eagle-bearing Misthios.
Ah, Kassandra, you've arrived.
Great.
This is the...
Another joins the fray. If you people have no important business here, I suggest we break up this party.
Please, I'm healthy. I promise.
That man's afraid. Where are you taking him?
It's not your business, Misthios. Any sign of this sickness has to be cooled, whatever it takes.
You must be the magistrate in charge of Potidia. Tell me about this illness.
Looks like word of us is spreading. Just like this foul plague. All these idiots are falling ill quicker than we can find a cure.
I heard that there is a doctor in this village. We're looking for her.
Aren't we all? That Malakas went off to find ingredients. I even sent men to bring her back. If you have so much time to stand around and chat, why don't you help?
I'll find this doctor.
Good. You do that. She's never around when you need her. If you can't find her, don't bother coming back. If you catch whatever's going around, I might need to make space in the carts for an extra body.
I should be the least of your concerns. I'll find this doctor and bring her back.
You better.
You must have some idea about where the doctor might be.
That Malakas left toward the forest, blabbering about ingredients.
A plague, a burned village. This is no accident.
Of course it's no accident. We've been cursed.
I'll take a look around. Let's meet back here after you're done.
There are a lot of forests in Macedonia. Where exactly can I find the doctor?
Somewhere east of Potidaia, following along the coastline. I sent some men after her, but they haven't returned.
You're the man in charge. You must have some idea of what's going on with his sickness.
I only know it started around the time that village burned.
You seem like you know something about the fires there.
I don't know anything. I want nothing to do with it.
I'll see to your doctor now.
Make it quick, Mistios.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, I mean, this guy obviously knows more, but I don't think that he's necessarily a bad guy. I just think that, you know, the Order has him by the balls or something. But yeah, so like for the time savers, now I think that there's more time savers, but I don't remember what the hell they are. I could look, but I don't want to waste time in video looking at what there is just for this conversation. But my point is that like every once in a while I look at the DLC. I haven't even looked at the time saver ones. But every once in a while I look because they do put sales on them for less Helix credits. So every once in a while I do look. Is that a dead deer? Yes. Oh, that would be why. I look to see if there's something that I'd like that has went down enough that the free credits that I got can afford them. There hasn't. Oh, there's some. Oh, man, I bet you that's the doctor there tied up. Yeah, I don't need to call Icaros. I got where she is.
Found her.
So yeah, I mean, like, it's like, oh man, it costs so much to buy all this DLC. It's like, yeah, but none of it is important. Like, you don't need any of it. It's not like free-to-play games where if you don't spend money, it's going to take you like an extra week to do something.
You are the eagle bearer.
You must be the doctor from Potidea. The magistrate's looking for you.
Of course he is. I knew something was amiss when his guards appeared out of nowhere and attacked me.
He seems to take extreme measures.
That's true. And although I understand his concern for the village, it shouldn't be at the cost of innocent lives.
Let's get back to Potidea.
Not yet, Mistios. My ingredients were stolen by bandits. I need the ingredients to save the village.
Innocent lives are on the line. I'll get your ingredients.
I wonder if I already had those.
You are as kind as you look. I'm grateful for your help, Mistios.
You must have a plan to save the villagers.
This illness, it's slow and suffocating, but my medicine is the key. The village is counting on me, and now they are counting on you.
I'll get the ingredients.
And I'll run back to the village and get a head start on a new batch of medicine.
See you in Potidea.
I'll be back in town, Mistios.
Reach my ship. Alright. That's weird. They fucking teleported my ship again? They keep doing that to me. I don't know why my ship is supposed to be here. Although I guess it is nice. But yeah, like that's just all I have to say about that. I mean, like as far as microtransactions go, Odyssey and even Origins, I do believe, had the exact same setup. That's how you should do DLC in a paid game. Have it be cosmetics. Don't have it be randomized if you're spending real money on it. And if it's a single player game even, I mean, even better, right? Because, I mean, then you can put stuff in that gives you an advantage. Just don't make it required. Like, Battlefront 2 was the one that really seemed to break people because not only was it a multiplayer game with loot boxes, it was also tied to progression. So like the only way to upgrade your characters in that was through the loot boxes. So there was obviously chances that you wouldn't get what you needed for the class that you wanted to play as. Right? Whereas in Odyssey, obviously, like I said, you don't need any of the stuff. That's like you don't need any of the stuff to continue the game. There's plenty of ways to upgrade your character outside of it. None of it is needed. But the stuff like the armor and that you get would have stats. And like I imagine that it has to have something because like the like my armor looks like this. That's not the armor I'm wearing though. Like the armor I'm wearing is the pirate armor, but it looks like assassin's armor because of I don't remember what they call it in this game. All I remember, I just keep calling it like the transmogrification because that's what it was called in fucking World of Warcraft, was the transmog. And so like that's what I remember it as. There you go. So yeah, like that's all I remember it as. But that wasn't a thing in... Okay, so it's a her. And then I think I need to be on the left side of this little... Yeah. So like that wasn't in the game when it first came out, like, at all. So like, I imagine the reason why they added it, like, it came out fairly soon after the game came out, so I imagine it was in the works. They just didn't quite get it done before the, like, they probably just didn't quite get it done before release, so they had to release it after. But like but like that's what you would use the armor sets for, right? Like I imagine, like I said, I doubt that they're all that good, even though you spend real money on them, but you would use it as a transmogrify thing. Which once again is fine. I am fine with that because it's a single player game. So if they were really good, that's fine. You don't need them, obviously. But yeah, so I mean, once like people bitch about having to spend money on a game to get everything, even though they've already spent, well, in the States it's $60. In Canada here it's 80. After spending $80 on a game in the first place, right? And it's like, all right, but it depends on what the extra money you're, like, what you're spending that extra money on.
As expected.
I mean, it is a her that we're after, as it turns out. And I mean, a doctor would
What's going on here?
have the ability to do it.
Kassandra, I found poison in the water supply. This is definitely the work of the Order.
Mystios, you've returned in one piece.
Listen to me when I'm talking. You're trying to sabotage us. Don't deny it.
Magistrate, please try to relax.
People have been drinking your medicine, but they all died anyway. Your cure is useless, just like you.
I suggest you calm down, Magistrate.
The doctor's medicine has only made our situation worse.
As expected, the doctor is the one everyone blames. All I've done is help. Someone like you, who kills problems rather than solves them, wouldn't know anything about it.
Enough, both of you! One of you is behind this, and I'm going to find out who.
I mean, it said her.
Ingredients you use for your medicine. Why don't you take a sip, Doctor?
It's not necessary, Mystios. Let's focus.
It was her. Malaka. Your medicine was a fake. It killed everyone.
As expected. A little too late, I'm afraid. Already more than half of this village will die a slow, painful death. You took long enough. I sent word the moment I saw her. Here, Eagle Bearer.
Yeah, you really think this is gonna go your way?
Too late, Eagle Bearer. We got you now.
Do you?
No price is too great to throw you out.
No? Half a village, eh? I mean, that's a pretty hefty price. But I mean, if no price is too great. Yeah, you think you're gonna do anything with that? I'm gonna leave that to you. Fucking Christ. Natakas or whatever the fuck your name is that I can't remember. While I deal with this little bitch here. You are not a very good fighter. Man, you had so long to not attack me with that. That weapon is way too big for you. Your spindly... Oh, fuck Christ. I thought that would finish her. Your spindly little arms. Not fucking holding that. Oh, you got this, man.
That's the end of you.
I mean, you do got this, right? Are you... What the hell are you using for a weapon? Is that like a little, like, stone hatchet? See how much... Oh, I mean, he might... Oh, dude, get out of there. I think it wasn't even him that finished him. It was this dude right here. Here you go. The hero Podidaya right here. Finished off the guard with a punch. Oh. Sorry, mercenary. You, sorry, Cor the lover. You should have stayed the fuck away. Man, they really handed you that one,
My
that
men
decision.
attacked for a reason. I only hope you made their deaths quick.
Did you find any clues on the doctor?
A note.
What do you think?
My wolves howl, my boars snarl, and my crows conspire. All for the blood of the tainted one. You will bring them to me as expected. So the Huntsman commands beasts who'd usually tear each other apart. Great. Something to look out for. The Order did this?
They did this because we were here, to draw us out. Father was right. I understand now why we live in the shadows, why we run. This is my fault.
Well, technically, it's my fault.
We did what we could. It's all we could do.
I appreciate your words, Kassandra. We can talk more back at the hideout.
All right.
Should go back to Natakas with these clues.
Okay, well, let's see. First things first, let's check to see if that unlocked another thing. It did not. Let's check out the clues here. Oh, whoops. 4 out of 5. Commands wild animals near a lake. Northern Macedonia, eh? Well, let's see. Let's see if we can find them first, right? Okay, so Northern Macedonia would be... let's see. Okay, so we got the unexplored Mount Pandion. We got the bear den here, but that other cultist was there, so odds are it's not there. We have this lake right here, which would be Northern Forest, and we have this lake here. So we basically have 2 lakes. Let's see what this picture is. Oh, there's some orichalcum there, I guess. Right? So, oh, it looks like there might be a little compound like right here, which it's in between both lakes. I don't know if that would count or not, but to be fair, it just says that he's near the lake in the forest. So I mean, odds are he's near one of these 2 lakes. Like I said, I would assume that there would be a location there, but I guess not. Like, realistically, this is the only place on here that looks like right there that looks like it might be something, but it's hard to tell from this view. But he could also just be on the shore of this lake or this lake. I mean, over here would be good because it's away from the roads, like maybe up here, because that would be a little bit closer to the lake and it's away from the roads. But anyway, that'll be it for this part. Next part, we will start our hunt for the Huntsman, or at least for the final clue. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week.